How to get pregnant, tips and facts to increase fertility.
Number 1. Record menstrual cycle frequency. A woman who wants to have a baby should monitor whether the first days of her periods tend to occur the same number of days apart every month, which is considered regular. Conversely, her periods may be irregular, meaning her cycle lengths vary from month to month. By tracking this information on a calendar, a woman can better predict when she might be ovulating, according to research published in the New England Journal of Medicine. This is the time every month when her ovaries will release an egg. There are also some apps that can help with the tracking, such as Glow Ovulation Period Tracker. A woman's egg is fertile for only 12 to 24 hours after its release, while a man's sperm can survive in a woman's body for up to 5 days according to the American Pregnancy Association. Number 2. Monitor ovulation. Women with regular cycles ovulate about 2 weeks before the arrival of their periods, Pavone said. It's harder to predict ovulation in women with irregular cycles, but it usually occurs 12 to 16 days before the start of her next period. According to a 2019 paper, published in the journal Nature, there is a wide variety in the lengths of cycles of people who menstruate, and the time and duration of ovulation changes over a person's lifetime. This variability means that it is best to monitor ovulation to find out when the person is most likely to conceive. There are several methods women can use to help determine their most fertile days each month. Another method to predict ovulation is to track cervical mucus, which involves a woman regularly checking both the amount and appearance of mucus in her vagina. Just before ovulation, when a woman is most fertile, the amount of mucus increases, and it becomes thinner, clearer and more slippery, according to the March of Dimes, a non-profit organization that campaigns for maternal and baby health. When cervical mucus becomes more slippery, it can help sperm make its way to the egg. A study published in 2013 in the journal Fertility and Sterility found that women who checked their cervical mucus consistently were 2.3 times more likely to get pregnant faster, over a 6-month period. Number 3. Have sex every other day during the fertile window. The fertile window spans a 6-day interval, the 5 days prior to ovulation and the day of it, according to the American Society for Reproductive Medicine. Every month, a woman is most fertile on these days. Many women are turning to new technology tools, such as fertility tracking apps and websites, to help them keep tabs on when they may be more likely to conceive, but a 2020 review in the journal BMJ Sexual and Reproductive Health suggests that there is limited independent research on their accuracy. In a study published in 2016 in the journal Obstetrics and Gynecology, scientists analyzed 50 popular fertility tracking websites and apps with a hypothetical woman, and found that the results varied wildly, with many mistakenly tagging days outside of the fertility window, Live Science reported. When a woman has identified that fertility window, should they have sex every day? Research has shown that there hasn't been a big difference in pregnancy rates between couples who had sex every day during the fertile window, 37%, compared with couples who did it every other day, 33%, Pavone said. And having sex every other day might be easier for a couple to pull off, she added. Number 4. Strive for a healthy body weight. A woman's weight can also impact the chances of conceiving. Being overweight or underweight may reduce those odds. Research has shown that a woman who is overweight can take twice as long to become pregnant as a woman whose body mass index, BMI, is considered normal weight, Pavone said. A woman who is underweight might take 4 times as long to conceive, she said. Having too much body fat produces excess estrogen, which can interfere with ovulation, according to the Cleveland Clinic. A 2017 study suggested that couples in the study in which both partners were very obese, with BMIs of at least 35, took from 55% to 59% longer to become pregnant, compared with couples who were not obese, the researchers reported in the journal Human Reproduction. In a study published in 2020 in the journal PLOS1, researchers looked at data from more than 50,000 couples in China trying to conceive over the course of a year. They found that women's ability to conceive within a given time frame decreased as their BMI increased. Male obesity, which can disrupt the male endocrine system as well as sperm viability and concentration, can also affect a couple's ability to become pregnant, scientists reported in 2020 in the journal Andrologia. Women who are underweight, with a BMI less than 18, might not be getting regular periods or could stop ovulating, which also hinders their ability to become pregnant, according to the University of Wisconsin Hospitals and Clinics Authority. Number 5. Take a prenatal vitamin. Pavone recommends that women who are attempting to conceive start taking a prenatal vitamin even before becoming pregnant. This way, a woman can find one that's more agreeable to her system and stay on it during pregnancy, she said. Another possibility is to take a daily multivitamin, as long as it contains at least 400 micrograms mcg per day of folic acid, a B vitamin that's important for preventing birth defects in a baby's brain and spine, Pavone said. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention urges women to take 400 micrograms of folic acid every day for at least 1 month before getting pregnant, to help prevent birth defects. Getting a head start on folic acid supplementation is a good idea because the neural tube develops into the brain and spine 3 to 4 weeks after conception occurs, before many women may realize they're expecting.
Although there may not be a specific pregnancy diet, eating a variety of healthy foods can help prepare a woman's body for pregnancy by giving her adequate stores of critical nutrients, such as calcium, protein, and iron, according to the Mayo Clinic. This means eating a variety of fruits and vegetables, lean protein, whole grains, dairy, and healthy sources of fat. Besides taking a supplement containing folic acid, a woman can also obtain this vitamin from foods such as dark green leafy vegetables, broccoli, fortified breads and cereals, beans, citrus fruits and orange juice. When trying to get pregnant, eat lower amounts of high-mercury fish, such as swordfish, shark, king mackerel and tilefish. This is because mercury can accumulate in a pregnant woman's bloodstream, which affects a baby's development, according to the Mayo Clinic. Also, limit albacore, white, tuna to 6 ounces, 170 grams, per week to reduce exposure to this toxic metal, the Food and Drug Administration recommends. A 2019 review found that mercury consumption could also impair men's and women's fertility. Also, some science suggests that pregnant women should avoid caffeine. Health authorities in the United States, Europe, and the United Kingdom said that a woman having about 200 milligrams of caffeine, less than 2 cups of coffee, will not affect her baby, but a 2020 review study, published in BMJ Evidence-Based Medicine, found that there was no safe level of caffeine consumption for pregnant women or for those trying to get pregnant. Number 7. Cut back on strenuous workouts. Being physically active most days of the week can help a woman's body prepare for the demands of pregnancy and labor, and has been associated with a reduced risk of fertility problems, scientists reported in the March 2020 issue of the journal Human Reproduction. But getting too much exercise or doing frequent strenuous workouts could interfere with ovulation, Live Science reported. Doctors see a lot of menstrual disturbances in women who exercise heavily, and a lot of times these women need to cut back on their workouts if they want to become pregnant, Pavone told Live Science.
8. Be aware of age-related fertility declines. As women get older, their fertility decreases. This is because of age-related changes in the ovaries that cause a decline in the quantity and quality of her eggs. With advancing age, there's also an increased risk for some health problems, such as uterine fibroids, endometriosis, and blockage of the fallopian tubes, which can contribute to a loss of fertility. There's a gradual fertility decline in women beginning in their 30s, a sharper decline after age 37 and a steep fertility decline after age 40, Pavone said. These declines mean that it may take longer to become pregnant. 9. Kick the smoking and drinking habits. Smoking can lead to fertility problems in both women and men. Chemicals found in cigarette smoke, such as nicotine and carbon monoxide, speed up the loss rate of a woman's eggs, according to the American Society for Reproductive Medicine. Smoking ages a woman's ovaries and depletes her supply of eggs prematurely, according to the Mayo Clinic. In a study published in 2020 in the journal Reproductive Biology and Endocrinology, researchers looked at scientific findings around smoking, alcohol, addiction and fertility. They found that smoking is linked to decreased fertility. It's also a good idea for women to stay away from secondhand smoke, which may affect their chances of becoming pregnant, according to a 2009 study published in BMJ journals. Taking marijuana while pregnant or attempting to conceive should also be avoided. It's safest for a woman to avoid alcohol when she is hoping to become pregnant. A woman should also stop consuming alcohol if she stops using birth control because she wants to get pregnant. That said, a 2019 Danish study of 1,708 women over a 5-year period did not find a link between regular alcohol consumption and binge drinking and fertility, according to the study published in the journal Human Reproduction, opens a new tab. However, a 2017 study published in the journal Obstetrics and Gynecology found that in the United States, half of all pregnant women drink alcohol around the time they conceive or during early pregnancy, usually before they know they are expecting. Drinking alcohol at moderate, 1 to 2 drinks per day, or heavy, more than 2 drinks per day, levels can make it difficult for a woman to get pregnant, according to the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists. Once a woman becomes pregnant, there's no safe amount of alcohol, Pavone said.
Number 10. Know when to seek help. Both the woman and the man should consider having an infertility evaluation if the woman is 35 or older and has not become pregnant after 6 months of having sex regularly without using birth control, Pavone said. Pavone also recommended that a woman who is under 35 and her partner should consult a fertility specialist if she hasn't become pregnant after 1 year of having unprotected intercourse on a regular basis.